Once upon a time, there was a little red hen who lived in a cozy little cottage on the edge of a bustling farm. She spent her days clucking happily, pecking at seeds, and keeping the barnyard in order. One bright morning, the little red hen found a small sack of wheat lying in the barnyard. "Who will help me plant this wheat?" she asked, looking around. The lazy duck was sunbathing by the pond. "Not I," he quacked, stretching out his wings. The friendly pig was rolling in the mud. "Not I," he snorted, happy with his muddy fun. The sleepy cat was napping under the shade of a tree. "Not I," she yawned, curling up tighter. "Well, then I'll plant it myself," said the little red hen. And she did. With her little claws, she dug the soil, planted the wheat, and watered it every day, watching it grow tall and strong. When the wheat was ready to be harvested, she asked again, "Who will help me gather the wheat?" The duck was still by the pond. "Not I," he said, splashing around in the water. The pig was still in the mud. "Not I," he grunted, rolling in the dirt. The cat was still under the tree, purring softly. "Not I," she mewed, enjoying the shade. "Well, then I'll gather it myself," said the little red hen. And so she did. She picked the wheat, gathered it in her beak, and carried it back to her cottage, ready to make it into flour. Once the wheat was ground into flour, the little red hen asked, "Who will help me bake this bread?" The duck was waddling along the pond. "Not I," he said, his feathers all wet. The pig was rolling in the mud again. "Not I," he grunted. The cat was still napping in the warm sunshine. "Not I," she purred. "Well, then I'll bake it myself," said the little red hen. And she did. She mixed the flour with water and yeast, kneaded the dough, and put it in the oven to bake. Soon, the smell of fresh baked bread filled the air. When the bread was golden brown and ready, the little red hen set it on the windowsill to cool. All around the barnyard, the animals could smell the delicious scent. The duck waddled over, sniffing eagerly. "That bread smells so good. Can I have some?" The pig trotted over, his nose twitching. "I'd love some too." The cat stretched and padded over to the hen's window. "I'll have a piece as well." The little red hen shook her head. "You didn't help me plant the wheat, gather it, or bake the bread, so I will eat it all myself." And with that, the little red hen enjoyed her warm, freshly baked bread, all by herself. The other animals watched, their stomachs growling, but they learned an important lesson that day. If you don't help, you don't get to share in the reward. From that day on, the lazy animals worked a little harder, and the little red hen smiled, knowing she had taught them the value of helping out. And they all lived happily ever after. Especially the little red hen, who never had to share her bread again.